Welcome to the channel, everybody. So, how's everybody doing tonight? It's been a long week for me, but hey, we are here and we are live. DS, nice to see you. Yeah, I was sick for a little bit. Feeling a lot better. Um, Still got a lot to deal with at the moment, but we have a little bit more time to hang out. So that's what I'm gonna do for a minute is spend some time hanging out with you guys. So, um, so I got to gold 3 this week in Battlegrounds. Uh, Trying to push for Gladiator Circuit. We'll see how it goes. I have not hit Gladiator Circuit in previous seasons because I've been so busy with so many other things. Due to real life, I couldn't join live that much. Apologize. No problem, man. It happens. Trust me, I understand real life better than most people. Um, haven't been able to do nearly as much as I wanted to lately myself. But now I got more time, but I still got a lot to figure out. So, we will make it work. So, but like I said, it does give me more time to be able to stream some more. Oh, that's unfortunate, man. I'm sorry to hear that. So guys, yeah, like I said, I'm trying to pick up a few wins tonight. Trying to at least get through gold and hopefully get into diamond. That would be absolutely fabulous to be able to pull off tonight. We are only in gold 3, so maybe nothing happening, bro. My other 7 accounts are Google. Okay. I have several accounts myself, so I get it. Let's go now. But yeah, I figure why not? I need to push some battlegrounds anyway. So what better way to do it than to come over and talk to you guys and hang out and work on it together? So like I said, I am trying to push for my first season of Gladiator Circuit. Obviously, we're in gold right now. Got a ways to go being in gold 3. But we have tokens. We have um, any info about 8.4. So what they said is if you know the release schedule, it's on track to be within it. That based off of what I have looked at and what rough estimates put it at, I believe we're probably going to see 8.4 in April. Don't hold me to that. I have absolutely no proof on whether or not that's what it's going to be, but um, yeah, I think that's probably where it's going to land. Is probably mid-April. But I am going to be starting videos for Act 8 this week myself. Yeah, still 2 months. I mean, there's always a possibility that we could see it in March, but I'm pretty sure based off the timeline of how previous chapters have came out, we are looking at mid-April. But I mean, we'll know more obviously at the end of February when they do the live stream for March's update. There's always a chance that we'll get more of a preview at that point. Um, but yeah, I figure we got a little bit of time, unfortunately. Probably just about enough time for me to get all the way through Act 8 and start pushing more Necropolis, which is something I'm going to be starting on this week. Um, Speaking of Necropolis, I know I've been saying that it was coming for a while. Apparently, he just quit out and gave me a free win. I'll take that. But the recap video from the birthday Necropolis stream will be out. Um, we'll be able to. I will be able to get that out tomorrow. I'm finally going to get that out, and then we're going to start pushing on some other things. I will be live pretty much every night this week. Due to unforeseen circumstances, I have more time on my hands than what I planned. Still got quite a bit to figure out, but 48 revives for free because not all the time we can do event quest completion. Yeah, I mean, you can easily get that many from the apothecary in that time. But Kabam ain't gonna give anything. Kabam. I mean, the most that they've even offered is a free point for the fact that they screwed up Absman in Winter of Woe. And even that, you still have to beat him at least once to even get it. So I wouldn't hold my breath on Kabam actually giving out anything anytime soon. I mean, obviously we have several events. Should be enough for 8.4, quite possibly. Um, Based off of what I've been told about Act 8 and based off of what I saw in Act 7, yeah, I'm hoping that Act 8 isn't going to take a lot of resources. I know there's a couple fights in there that can, but for the most part, I've been told most of it is pretty easy comparatively, which has been pretty consistent since Act 6. That everything has been quite a bit easier. So, definitely looking forward to it. Like I said, I will be pushing Act 8 over the rest of the month. I'm going to have quite a bit. I took one master in one team revive on the alt account. Congratulations on that. That's nice. I have, like I said, I've been pretty busy with work as of late. Been trying to get in as much as I could on the channel since we got everything in place and got all set back up again. But obviously, we haven't been able to do everything that I wanted to do over this amount of time, which is fine. It's just one of those moment type things where we just I couldn't do everything that I wanted to do with the amount of time I had available. Um, Unfortunately, like I said, due to some unforeseen circumstances, I have quite a bit more time on my hands for the next, well, I'm not for sure how long. Got to figure out quite a bit over the next couple weeks and hopefully not end up in a bad spot again. Um, Not that I'm too worried about it. I've pulled myself out repeatedly and found opportunities even when others said there were none. And I'm in an area where there are definitely opportunities. So I'm gonna make the most of it and figure out how to not only keep things going, but be able to come back even stronger, to be truthful with you, yet again, guys. Um, Plus, on top of that, I'm looking for ways to guarantee that I'm able to spend more time on the channel. Hey, Raymond, how's it going? Ramen. Uh, Nice to see you in chat tonight. We're just working on a bit of Battlegrounds. I'm trying to hit Gladiator Circuit this season. It will be the first season that I've hit Gladiator Circuit since the release of Battlegrounds. It's normally just not something I have as much time for as I want to. Susanna, nice to see you. Thank you. I appreciate the like. Start that off with a blue flag. Never have a problem with that. It definitely helps. Keeps things going early. But yeah, guys. I mean, like I said, it definitely some opportunities here. Some things that I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time working on, but anytime that I'm not working on that, I now have nothing but time to work on the channel. So hopefully we can get back into a pretty good standard routine again. We have been doing the Sunday night live streams again every Sunday night. So we do have a bit of a routine back in place, but obviously, having a few more things in place. Plus, on top of that, too, I mean, we are at 981 subscribers, getting really close to that 1,000 mark. So, really excited to push for that. So much potential coming here. So much that we are looking forward to. We do have the meetup in April that we're doing with myself, Abido, Panda Man Pete, Contest Champions Brian Grant, and of course Zoe the Wonder Dog. So definitely another great thing to look forward to, because we not only get to hang out with some fellow YouTubers, some fellow MCOCers, but also actually get a chance for people to come out and hang out and have fun. Who was my first rank 3? That was Chillith. Pulled her out of my first Titan crystal and rank 3'd her within a week. Hoping, well, not hoping. My plan is for my second rank 3, and the one that will help push me into Valiant after I get done with Act 8 will be Hulk. Currently working on building up the resources for exactly that. Oh, give me a second. You'll see her. She looks gorgeous. She is in my deck. Though she gets banned off. So. But yes, I took the brand new Kabam created champion to rank 3 as my first rank 3. She didn't get banned this time, so let's see if we can get her as a poll. Here you go. There's exactly who I was just talking about. That is my first rank 3 right there. The gorgeous new indigenous champion who has been added to the game with her I sold Absman with rank 3 She-Hulk. Nice. Congratulations on that. I have not started Winter of Woe yet. That will be something else that I plan on doing this week. But has not been the first priority quite yet. But yeah. King of Arenas, how is it going, man? Nice to see you. Appreciate you stopping in. Give me just a moment to go ahead and get my defense picked here. The robot's objective is arguably one of the harder ones. As a matter of fact, it is one that Kabam is having a problem with. King of Arena, if you could do me a favor and drop your link in the description. It's all good. Just put my son to sleep. Not a problem. I appreciate you stopping in after getting the kid to bed. But if you would drop your link in the chat there. This is another fellow YouTuber that does stream MCOC. Just recently hit his 50 subscriber mark, so he will be starting to stream soon. And you know how we are in the community, always about supporting others in their growth. So if you guys could stop over and give him some support as well, I would absolutely appreciate that. If I can get to the special 2, I think I can win this. Ah! I got bid on it. Okay, post daily. But yeah, you have the ability to stream now if you'd like to. More so what I was saying. Because you do have to hit the 50 subscriber mark to be able to stream. Why am I not getting what I want here? Okay, no problem. Thank you for dropping your link. I was just grabbing it myself because I hadn't seen it yet. But again, guys, if you haven't, please jump over and drop this man a subscription. Always about growing other members of the community as quickly as possible. So if we can support one another, I would absolutely appreciate it. Oh no, you did great, man. You did absolutely wonderful. Appreciate it. If you hadn't got to it, I was going to grab your link myself. But yes, you did wonderful. And yeah, like I said, we will definitely support your growth and help you establish yourself in the community. We all have a spot. One of the great things about YouTube that I love is that there doesn't, as much so as in a lot of ways, a lot of people see us as competition for one another. We all collaborate with one another. We all work together. We all try and help promote one another. And we all do what we can to give everybody a leg up. So I am glad to see another member added to the community that is trying to do their own thing. Always extremely supportive of that and happy to do so. You have a weird phobia. Considering all the things that can be phobia, weird is relative. Um, Also, on top of that, man, if you want to reach out to me on, like we were talking on Facebook, but if you want to reach out to me on Line Chat or Discord, I can add you to groups in there that can help promote you as well. Here, have fun with Herc. I think I can do that. But yeah, man, like I said, King of Arena, feel free, man. I will. I told you when we started talking earlier, I will help promote the crap out of you, and I will introduce you to plenty of other YouTubers as well if you'd like. There are several that I currently work with on a regular basis. Quite a few of the ones that I mentioned to you earlier when we were talking about your little list there. Um, but always nice because we do work together on quite a bit of different projects and stuff. Plus, on top of that, we all support one another. As a matter of fact, just before you came in, I was talking about the fact that there is a local meetup here in Seattle with myself, Intoxicated Gamer, also known as Abido. Um, Possibly Brian Grant, definitely Panda Man Pete, and definitely Zoe the Wonder Dog, all going to be there. So if anybody is in the Pacific Northwest towards the end of April, I will have the full promotional material out for that later this week. I'm hoping, and then like we'll be at GameWorks on April 27th. I believe there's also a baseball game planned for the 26th as well that some are going to. I'm not 100% sure on whether or not I'm going to be able to make it to that part of things as of yet. But it is definitely one of those things. I will say this, though. Do not plan this. I was at the Vancouver meetup a few months ago. Nice. I was supposed to be at that. My updated list is on Twitter. Okay. I'm scared of dogs due to a rabid I know a lot of people that went through that as a child where, something bad happened and then they were scared of them for the rest of their life. That's not necessarily a weird phobia by any means. But yeah, I was supposed to go to the Vancouver thing. As a matter of fact, that was part of the reason I moved to the Seattle area was so that I could go to Vancouver. Nice. Yeah, I was like I said, I was supposed to go, and then I got all the way out here, and well, I got most of the way out here, and my living arrangements fell through. So I ended up having to spend the first couple months I was out here trying to even figure out how to get on my feet. So I didn't really have the opportunity to just run up to Canada for a minute. um, but now that I live in the Seattle area, the next meetup in the next one in Vancouver, um, I will definitely be at. No, I do not have dog anxiety. I actually am a major dog person. To be truthful with you, I've grown up around dogs my whole life. I love dogs a lot, and I am very privileged not to have a fear for them. Yeah, it is what it is, man. I've been through some bad times in my life. Not going through the greatest of time right now. Um, but at the same time, I'm using this as an opportunity to make the best of it. Getting out here to Seattle was definitely the Seattle area was definitely a big step forward on making things better in my life. And I'm right beside Vancouver in Richmond. Okay, nice. That's awesome, man. Well, I'm sure Kabam will be doing Battleground Brawl again this year. And if you're planning on attending it, um, I will definitely be there this year. And if it's convenient for you to stop down in um, April down here to Seattle, feel free. We're doing a meetup. Like I said, Abido and myself will be there. Panda Man Pete will be there. I believe Brian Grant's gonna be there. He's kind of is still waiting to confirm a bit, from what I hear from Abido. I'll go to all the Vancouver meetups. No problem, man. Not a problem. Yeah, definitely. If you're only gonna choose one to go to, Vancouver is definitely the one. So I get you there, and I still look forward to it. We got some time between now and then. I'll be growing quite a bit, and like I said, if I can help you do so as well, always happy to do so, and look forward to meeting you in Vancouver when we get to that point. There were several of us that were supposed to be there that a few life events happened and set us back a little bit. But again, like I said, it's an opportunity to be able to. It was my opportunity to get out here, and getting out here means that I can be there next year. Well, this year. So I may have missed Battleground Brawl 1, but I will definitely not miss Battleground Brawl 2. So I heard nothing but amazing things from it. A lot of really great stories from what I've heard. I've heard not only was the time with Kabam amazing, but I heard quite a few people that were talking about how awesome it was just doing the meetups and stuff. 8.3.6 is really easy. I hope so. Because, like I said, that is my goal for this month. Is we are going to be getting through Act 8 this month. I am definitely pushing for that Valiant title soon. That's not a great way to start that. Let's see how much this cost me, and see if we undo part of what we've already done to get us to get us further into gold. My son and myself was in the Richmond newspaper. Well, technically a news article online. Nice. I actually was in an article before I left Iowa, actually a while before I left Iowa. But that's because I made an attempt to run for governor of Iowa. Um, for what it was worth. So, not the first time I've ever been in the press. Oh, about the command meetup. That's even more awesome. Yes, I have a very interesting and colorful life, according to certain people. I have done quite a bit of things. I have been to some amazing highs and some just absolutely brutal lows in my lifetime. And we still keep pushing. So, how old is your son? Out of curiosity. I have two children of my own and two grandchildren as well. I have a son and a daughter, and a grandson and a granddaughter. Mind you, my son and daughter are 26 and 27 at this point, so they're pretty well independent and do not think they need dad in any way, shape, or form. And I will tell you, I miss the days when they actually thought dad was cool. God, I'm getting bit by that power sting too much. I thought I got it transferred that time. Yeah, 27 feels like you're a lot older than you are, but it's right about on that cusp of finding out that you're not as old as you thought you were, and you didn't know nearly as much as you think you do. Not that I wish that upon my children whatsoever. I know it's a rude awakening, but it is what it is. So my goal for tonight is to go for about 3 hours, or until we make it out of gold one, whichever one happens first. Hopefully, we can make it out of gold one in under 3 hours, but we have to get to gold one first. So we'll see how tonight goes. Help somebody else get into gold one right there. That's awesome. You know, not always what I want to do. Do not always want to be handing other people free wins by any means. Not that I think that that was a free win. Um, but occasionally we just got to do what we got to do and keep pushing. Thank you. Appreciate that. Well, this guy isn't going to make it easy by any means, now is he? Oh, gotta love it when you come up across a guy this stacked. So, if anybody hasn't seen the crystal opening today, we did do a crystal opening this that we released a few hours ago. Um, Continuing our hunt for Werewolf by Night, we finally did open our three Mythic Nexus Abyss crystals. I will not spoil how that went, but it is definitely worth a watch if you guys want to stop over and check that out after the stream tonight or at any point in the next few days. Definitely always appreciate the support. Like I said, I do plan on starting to get out the the Act 8 guide videos. Those will be starting towards the end of the week. I got to get the Necropolis recap done. And then after that, we will we'll be pushing Act 8 from that point forward. I am working on getting Thronebreaker on the little account, the one we started before we left Iowa. And then I'm going to go over and do Thronebreaker and Paragon on the second account. So we will be revisiting both of those titles in 2024, as well as pushing for the Valiant title on the main account here this year. So quite a bit coming to the channel and to progressions. I do have a few other things in the works that I'm trying to put together for collaborations. But with the transition that I'm in the middle of having to figure out at the moment, it may or may not be as smooth as to figure out some of the things I want to. And he just blasted me. That was wonderful. Oh, I see. I'm not the only one with an alt account. Yeah, I've got 3 accounts at the moment. I run 3 accounts, 2 alliances, and the channel, and occasionally pretend like I run my life as well. The main account here I started over 8 years ago. The second account I started about 2 years in to me playing, just kind of to see what it would be like. And then the newest account, I started that as a new account challenge right after the July 4th deals. And the original intent of it was to see how far we could get that account before Banquet. And then we got to Banquet, and I just kind of kept going. I don't know. It's been suggested that maybe I give up an account or two at some point, but I mean, I still log in every day to all 3 accounts, get my dailies done in all 3 accounts. I get Alliance Quest and Alliance War done in all 3 accounts. And then on top of that, I turn around and make progression as much as I can. Now, mind you, a total of 8 accounts. Wow, man. You're making me look like I'm slacking. DS with 7, you with 8. I mean, I do plan on starting some more accounts. I'm going to do at least one more new account challenge this year. There's actually talks between myself, Dementia Dreaming. Mind you, his schedule's gotten ridiculously busy lately. Chuban and a few others about possibly doing a new account challenge tournament where we put everybody into brackets, and then obviously all YouTubers, and each set of YouTubers set up a time to stream and try and see how far they can get by the end of said stream together. The caveat being that chat can donate to slow down either one of them. So, something we have in the works at the moment. It's been something we've been kind of talking about for a month or so, maybe a little longer than that. I'm only active on KOA, my newest baby account, currently doing a new account challenge and kind of active in Ezo's account. Nice. Yeah, I like doing the new account thing. Gives me so many real like opportunities to not only see how the game has changed, but also gives me a very good opportunity to rehone my skills and start playing some champions that I don't normally play. Because obviously, I have most of the champions as a 6 or a 7 star on the main account here. And anything I don't have a 6 or a 7 star, pretty much with the exception of like 1 or 2 champions. I definitely have them as a 5 star, but I still more often than not go to a basic pool of champions that are the ones that I use all the time. But on the other accounts, I don't always have access to those champions. So occasionally I have to get used to the idea of playing somebody that I'm not used to playing. And I think that's not only a wonderful reason to do the new account challenges, but I think it also helps my skill. Like with Necropolis, a great example. My second account's main champion is Aegon, somebody that most people do not see me use too often here on the channel. But because I use him such a regular basis, when I did go into Necropolis, it was a lot easier to do because I had already been working with him quite a bit more. At the start of the game, Kabam really wants your money, so they offer with yeah, I saw that. The new 5 and 6 star drops, the 4 star, 5 star drops, all the offers they pushed really hardcore, compared to what they used to do when I started either one of the first two accounts. Yeah, it's really different these days. Okay, guys, we got the 2 that we lost back on that one. Let's see if we can finally push into gold 2. But yeah, the offers. I know my buddy Dementia Dreaming just did a new account challenge a couple months ago, right before he moved into his new place, and even the difference now compared to what it was uh, a, back in July. Like, yeah, they're pushing offers hardcore these days on new players. KOA 100% Necro cost me 900 revives or so. My Ezo, I only did one path and got death count milestones. Nice. Yeah, I did one a path on this account. Took me about 200 and I think the final count was 254 deaths. 248 revives because we obviously did a couple of team revives. Um, like I said, I plan on doing the rest of the pass. Just kind of gotta get there first. Um, but there's no point in pushing more of Necropolis until I finish Act 8. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. We're going to go back to Necropolis after I finish doing the Act 8 push and get through Act 8.3. Not only because that'll give us some more resources, but that'll mean that as soon as I finish Necropolis, I can instantly have the Valiant title. So that is something that is a major goal for the next couple months. Obviously, that's going to be a little dependent on the new job. Um, as soon as I figure out what that job is. So, um, as a matter of fact, the company I've been working for the last 3 years not only pulled some shady stuff to put me in the position that I'm in it right now, but turned around and I was supposed to be able to cash out my final paycheck today so that I had a little bit of funds to do some things with, and they've locked me out of access to do so. So hopefully I get paid on time later this week. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see how it goes. The company does not have a great track record for a lot of the things they've done. Um, I played a MCOC during work. My plan was actually to get to be able to play MCOC during work, to be honest with you. Um, because I was planning on picking up another device soon. But I just had a few bills I still needed to recuperate from not only the move, but the couple months that I was homeless. And just as I was starting to get all that in place and was about to do the phone upgrade, I went into work on Friday getting ready to do 25 out of 48 hours. And I ran my first order and got an immediate text message followed by an email saying that I was suspended and under review for harassing behavior, and that I was more than welcome to submit any evidence in my defense that I wish to do so, but they will not tell me what I supposedly did that was harassing or anything else. So I am currently off work for at least 7 to 10 days. Well, according to them, 7 to 10 business days, more appropriately. And yeah, um, not quite for sure how that's all going to play out, but after the fact that they've cut my pay 8 times in 3 years, um, have done quite a bit other shady stuff. I should have moved on long before now. But yeah, it's time, and I'm spending my days between working on making videos and um, looking for a new job. So yeah, we won another one. Hopefully, we can win this one out and actually move on to goal two. Um, Thanks, DS. I get it. It is what it is. Part of the reason I am wearing the illustrious GoPuff shirt tonight is because I've told everybody from the beginning of the channel that when I did move on from this company, that I would overwhelmingly tell you guys who it was that I've been complaining about this whole time. And here you guys go. Of course, that happened right there. Give me just a second, guys. I know that we got a problem there, and I can fix it real quick. I just had to select my champion. Sorry about that, guys. Little mishap. Just I got to get a new cord. This one, actually, I think it's more the phone than the cord, which is part of the reason why I've been talking about upgrading the device. I think the charging port has taken too much wear and tear because of being in and out of my vehicle 200 times a week to make deliveries, and the phone constantly getting plugged in and unplugged. Also, on top of that, it is also a not only that, but it gets moved around a lot while I'm doing videos and stuff, and I'm auto running things, everything else. I'm overwhelmingly ready to upgrade my phone, and like I said, I was on the verge of doing that this month. Um, but now that I don't know where my bill money is coming from at the moment, um, obviously my what I do have has to go on paying what I can, and the rest has to go on picking up a few new pieces of clothing attire and gas to get to interviews. Um, But like I said, guys, we've been in bad spots before. It's not the end of the world by any means. I've pulled myself out of a lot over the years, so this is just another one of those things. Um, and we're just going to keep pushing. If being homeless 8 times in my life has taught me anything, it has taught me that no matter how bad things get, I have the ability to make them better. It just gets a little stressful while I'm getting there. Yay, we made it into gold too. Same managers suck. Some managers suck. Yeah, that's the problem. Is they got with us, this company, they got it to the point where we didn't even have managers anymore. We had an email list to answer to. As a matter of fact, they don't even like. I don't have a direct contact person in the company. Um, and so I could never get questions answered. Um, they, like I said, they cut our pay repeatedly during the time I've worked there. Um, they cut it to the point where like I couldn't even survive in Iowa, which is part of the reason why I ended up moving out here to Washington. And then I got out here to Washington, and things were better. I was getting a little better wages. Was able to make what I was making in Iowa before they started cutting the pay, which luckily enough, I was able to find a place that I could afford off of that budget. And then about 3 weeks ago, they cut our pay. Well, they started reducing the number of hours putting out, and then they cut our pay the first time by 1 cent a minute. Um, and then we turned around, and 2 weeks ago, they cut our pay by another 7 cents a minute. Um, Plus, on top of that, tips were going down horribly because they were raising their prices left and right. So, of course, people were still ordering, but tipping less. Um, and then out of nowhere, I got suspended for nothing. My last job, I asked my manager to have 2 weeks off for vacation. He said I only have 1 week of vacation left, but he will let me have the second off. But eventually, he got upset at me for. Yeah, it's amazing. Like they want you to sell your entire existence to them and be 100% loyal to them, but they don't care about you in any way, shape, or form. Which is another reason why I started my own business, which I'm still working on, and why I started the YouTube channel. Because I realized that as long as somebody else was signing my check, I would never have a chance of having the life I want. For a bad reason, and said he was taking the second week back. I expect you to be there the second week, or you will have. Yeah, see, and that's shady. That is completely and totally ridiculously shady. That's like you've already planned the time, you've already got everything in place, and you're telling me that either now I cut my vacation short to because you've changed your mind, or I lose my job. I'm tired of these places. These corporations that are bound determined to control our lives and not let us have access to anything whatsoever to, we have to give 2 weeks notice, but they can fire us in a second. Um, when he knew I'll be on the other side of the world. Yeah. Yeah, no. No, I would have taken my trip and not cared and and I would have started putting applications in before I left and been ready to do interviews the second I got back. As a matter of fact, that's the sad thing is after this last pay cut, I'd already started putting in um, applications for new jobs, and then they screwed up their system and made it so I couldn't clock in for over an hour one day. And I wrote them about correcting my pay over it, and they tried to explain to me how my pay was right, in spite the fact that they didn't read what I said to them. And then I got suspended right afterwards. Kind of like, how dare I ask to be paid what I'm supposed to be paid? So yeah, I'm over it, and I'm moving on. I'm hoping to move on quickly. Good for you, man. Congratulations on that. I am so happy that you were able to take a month or so break and that it did not like completely like screw your entire world up because of that. But yeah, man, that's exactly it. More of us have to start doing things like that. We have to stand up and stop letting them control our lives. Because we have to remember that these companies don't exist without us. They need us as customers, they need us as employees, and this dictating our lives is long past. It's not acceptable, and I'm not willing to keep living like this anymore. But man, I'm so proud to hear that you were able to just be like, okay, fine, screw it. You want to be that way, then I'll be that way. And I've done that to my own detriment a few times in the past. Part of the reason I hadn't left this job yet was because I was trying to make sure that I set myself up in the right position before I did. And I have, like I said, quite a few opportunities coming up here in the very near future, that I was hoping if I could ride things out just long enough to get through them and let things really get started going, that I wouldn't have to worry about when I left the company. Um, I don't know. I mean, it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be a little rough for a minute. I kind of saw some things coming. Um, I just had this feeling that something was about to go sideways. So I kind of took a break last week, anyways, just to kind of take a little mental health time, kind of have a few nights to step away from everything and actually use some time and watch the Marvels and Echo and Blue Beetle and some of the stuff that I've been wanting to see for months, but just was working myself to death rather than doing. um, and yeah, I mean, then all this went down, so I'm kind of glad I did take some time. But I second thoughts when I came back. I should have stayed there for the remainder of the week before my vacation came. Yeah, I can see that too. But as long as you made the most out of that month, enjoyed your vacation, spent some time with your child, really had things going, have a moment for yourself. I don't think you made a horrible decision by any means. Radical, how's it going? Wolf just checking in, dropping a like. AQ complete. Thank you, Radical. Appreciate it, man. I will be moving you up to a better map by the end for next week. I appreciate the help already. But yeah, just with the fact of trying to get everybody in, I didn't want to mess with the other battle groups too much. Mind you, Battle Group 1 will pretty much stay 100% the way they are, minus one little change that has to happen before raids. But Battle Group 2 and 3 will definitely have some major changes coming. Most of Battle Group 2 will be going to Battle Group 3. Most of Battle Group 3, well, it's mostly you and I at the moment. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on it, man. I get it. I'm trying to make the most out of my time off here. It, like I said, it definitely wasn't scheduled. Definitely wasn't planned for. Um, but it gives me more time to work on the channel, and it gives me motivation to find a job that actually pays me as much, if not more, than what I've been making, while not having to work nearly as many hours to do so. Plus, on top of that, I might actually find something with benefits again. Uh, been a long day, 13 hours work. No worries. I don't mind getting in where I fit in. Awesome, man. I appreciate that. That means a lot, honestly. And I 13-hour work days, I've been there. I've been doing that for months now, man. I've been doing 7 days a week for since I got to Washington up until up until a few weeks ago. Um, and then I've been doing pretty much nonstop 50 to 60 hour work weeks for the last year and a half. The only week that I didn't do that many hours in was the week that I took 3 days to move out here. And I still worked 35, almost 40 hours that week, and then spent 3 days driving here. Plus, if I didn't have the time off, then I might not have found my current job since the location just opened not too long ago. Awesome. That, see, I've got one that I'm applying for right now that honestly looks really great that I probably would not have ran across if it hadn't been for this scramble. So, yeah, sometimes you got to take and look at the positives out of it. Working a warehouse, driving a forklift. Nice. I actually have a friend of mine who is currently working on getting forklift certified. I've worked in a couple warehouses, both as full employees and as a temp employee. One warehouse I actually worked at not too long ago as a temp employee when I was in Iowa still, was a tire warehouse. I used to go in a couple hours a week and help them unload truckloads of tires. Um, it was fun and nice because the temp agency I was working through had a policy that you had to be paid for a minimum of 4 hours, no matter how long the job took. And I could normally knock out the entire truck in an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I got basically double pay. Yes, DS. Well, technically, I play MCOC and read my book mostly since it's slow and no customers. Hey, that's even more of a win. Any job that you can sit there and be able to play a game and catch up on some reading and get paid to do so, that's definitely a win in my book. Mostly because most of these jobs don't pay well, anyways. How's your Valentine's going? Very lonely. That is how my Valentine's is going to go in 2 days. Very lonely. I will probably be streaming. There will be no dates. There will be no chocolates, no dinner. And I go and smoke almost whenever I want to. Nice. That's one of the nice things about moving out here to Seattle is I can smoke whenever I want to now. Um, but I'm not sure we're talking about the same thing. But I am very happy to be someplace where I can legally smoke. So I am a little disappointed to go on a date with yourself. I would, but with this loss of a job, I really don't have money for it. And honestly, I was trying, like I said, I was trying to cash out my final paycheck today because we can cash out early. Don't cry, just weed it and fly. Yeah, I'm probably gonna, as soon as this money hits, as long as it does like it's supposed to. I'm probably gonna run up to the dispensary and pick myself up a little treat. And like I said, I will probably live stream that night. Might pick up something a little special for dinner as well. A date doesn't have to be expensive. Yeah, no, I get it, man. I do. I. It's more so really the companionship, more so than the date night that I miss. I was with a woman for 5 years before I moved out here. Wouldn't say it was always the greatest of relationships. We definitely had our problems. She has a lot of health issues and a lot of mental health issues and a lot of unresolved trauma. Plus, on top of that, some addiction issues as well. And um, we tried go on a date with Aaron. Yeah, Abido and I are talking more and more these days. And I look forward to meeting him in person very soon. But we have not hung out and gotten to know one another as friends outside of streaming as of yet. Um, I'd like to change that before April, but I expect honestly with everything going on, there's a good chance that I may not meet him directly until the April meetup. But we'll see. POV me on Valentine's without a girlfriend, but be like anime is love. Depending on the anime. I was in his alliance last Battleground season. Nice. I have ran my last 8 out of my last 9 alliances, including the 2 I currently run. I'm actually recruiting right now, by the way, if anybody happens to be looking. Part of what Radical stopped in to say. Um, I brought in a group of people so that we could look at being the last season. We ranked 3rd. Yeah, I know they normally place phenomenally well, and yeah, I've never thought about competing on that level. To be truthful with you, um, but we had brought in a group of people so that we could do 2 battle groups of raids. Um, and then we got everybody in place, got everything set. We did one group. Then I made my own alliance. I'm the leader. Yeah, I get it, man. Trust me. Um, but these guys showed up. We got to last week's AQ, and as soon as AQ started, no word, no nothing. They all just took their and they all just left. Didn't tell us anything. And so we got left holding the bag, and now we're down 7 players. And I've got at least one more that wants to drop. He's running 2 accounts in the alliance, and he'd like to drop down to one. So yeah, I've got to do quite a bit of recruiting and try and get it done well before raids start next week, hopefully. Radical was kind enough to come in and help. People don't keep me in the alliance due to being free to play. Free to play does not bother me whatsoever. I have several people in the alliance that are free to play. The only things that I require is being active in Alliance Quest, War, and Alliance events, and communication. As long as you can do that, I don't care if you're free to play or not. I never tell anybody they have to rank up anybody. I never, obviously, with raids, you do need to have certain champions available, but I'm not going to tell you which one of those to rank up. That is still going to be your choice. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. DS, I know you have me on a couple things, including line chat. Hit me up on there, and we can talk about your account. If you're looking for an alliance right now, like I said, I'm looking for a few people. So no, I agree, King Arena. Spend money, don't spend money. I don't think anyone should be. Okay, yeah, I'll look at it after stream tonight, and I will hit you up. Um, but yeah, I hell, one of my officers is 100% free to play. And he's actually one of the strongest people in our alliance. I currently need one member. Hey, I have a. If you're on line chat, hit me up on there, man. I have a group that I. It does help with recruiting for a bit, but it's our universal MCOC talk. We have over 100 people in there that like are, sometimes people are looking for alliances. Sometimes people just want to talk about the game or the MCU. Um, yes, yes. So, but I can definitely add you in there, and maybe you can find somebody in there depending on because I yeah, like I said, I'm recruiting as well. But it all depends 100%. Some people are looking for they may not be looking for what I'm looking for people for right now, and they may be looking for what you are. Our country doesn't support line. That's right. I forgot about that. That's the problem. Look at Brian Grant. He's probably the biggest free to play player. Yeah, he proves 100% that it is. Now, mind you, I know when what was it? 4th of July last year when they dropped all those ridiculous amounts of rewards, or purchasable offers, more appropriately. And Brian made the point that you could 100% like in he could walk away from the account he had been playing for 9 years and in a week's time end up with a better account if he was willing to spend every dime possible. Um, I did understand how he felt about that overwhelmingly, and I still think it was a bad move on Kabam's part to go from the typical $900 worth of purchases that could be made to over $3,000 worth of purchases. Um, but yes, I have known many free to play players. I have two accounts that are, one has been limited spending and one that is completely free to play. Um, Drewski, how did you progress in this game? I'm free to play and progressing is hard. I've been told just do daily quest and grind arena and story mode. Um, First off, yes, that is uh, uh, working on story mode is the biggest thing. Anytime you hit a roadblock on story mode, then go farm up resources so that you can continue on. But yes, that is as much as I hate to say that that's some of the best advice. It really is. Now, outside of that, if you're stuck on something particular, Drew, um, feel free to reach out to me on Act 4 right now. No problem. Um, Reach out to me on my Discord or line chat, and I can look at your roster with you as well as where you're at in Act 4, and we can easily get you through that and continue having you be free to play, and I can help you get through Act 5 as well. We can, like I said, you wouldn't be the first person, you definitely won't be the last that I sit down and look over their entire roster and where they are at and kind of help them come up with a plan. Like I said, I've got two fully free to play accounts that are both already Cavalier. So I'm well past that point without even having to spend anything on either one of those accounts. So I can definitely help you get through it. Feel free. Well, I say free to play, but I spent like a few dollars here and there over time, but nothing over $10. Yeah, no, man. That's honestly in this game, that's almost free to play, to be truthful with you. Um, but yeah, we can, like I said, hit me up on either Discord or line chat, and both of which are in the description of this video, as well as they are on the description page of the channel, and I will help you 100% get past them. It's not a problem. None of my accounts are free to play, but most of those I don't spend too often. I even when I'm spending, I only spend on this one. But I don't ever spend. I rarely spent on the second one, and I never spend on the third one whatsoever. I'm going that route. I know it's not right. DS, if you start a channel, let me know. Same thing as I do with everybody else. I will help promote you. I will help you grow. We will make sure that you get to be part of the community overwhelmingly. Not that you aren't already, but yeah, man. Like I every subscriber I can help you get, I will do. And anything else that I can help you with, I'm more than willing to do so.
Drew Ski subscribe to the channel.
Drew, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And like I said, when I'm not on stream, feel free to hit me up and we can look over your roster and figure out exactly where you're at and get you through 4 and 5 and into 6, which is where the real pain starts. I have videos on all of Act 5 and all of Act 6. I don't have anything on Act 4. Um, but like I said, I can walk you through it together. So hit me up. I do love hearing that wolf howl, though. But yeah, man. And as a matter of fact, too, another one of the things that will really honestly help you a lot is getting into an alliance full of people that are also pushing at around or slightly above your level, so that you can get glory and loyalty and things like that. It'll help quite a bit with your growth. And if you're looking for that, I do have a second alliance as well. That one is for smaller players. And we recruit from that alliance once people hit a certain level. If they are in a position and we need people for the main alliance, we recruit once you have exceeded Thronebreaker. My strongest character is a 6-star Vision, the Alien one, 6-star Blade, 5-star Namor, 5-star Man Thing, and 5-star. Oh, yeah, man. You're probably just missing some rotations here. But without a problem, um, I can definitely that team will definitely get you through Act 4 without a problem. We may just have to look at a few adjustments, but I can definitely help you get through that. My newest account, I just spent $6 Canadian on Cavalier crystals. The cost $1 for 4 Cav crystals, so I bought it 5 times. I don't know if it was a glitch or whatnot, but the first time that I bought that deal, which I did open the 4 that I got in um, today's opening, because I only bought the one, but it was like 30 cents. And I was like, I'm not passing up 4 crystals for 30 cents. And actually, I'm pretty happy I didn't. I got a 3-star, a 4-star, a 5-star, and a 6-star out of those 4 crystals. By the way, this is not me advocating for spending on this money on this game whatsoever. If you cannot afford to, please do not do so. Free to play is 100% possible. And believe me, Drew, when I beat Act 4 the first time, I did it with 4-star champions. We didn't even have 6-star champions in the game, and 5 stars were hard to come by. So, like I said, hit me up on line chat or Discord, and I'll walk you through getting through Act 4, and we'll get you on to Act 5. Your account will grow quicker than you know what to do with. As a matter of fact, one of my prodigies that is in the main alliance now, he was actually in the small alliance for a little while. Um, he was stuck on becoming uncollected. And him and I sit down and talked, looked over his roster, figured out where he was stuck on, figured out paths that would help him get through it. And before he knew it, he is now actually Paragon. As a matter of fact, he pulled that off in under 3 months. That he went from stuck trying to get through Cavalier all the way to being Paragon in 3 months' time. So, Drew, I can definitely help you. Oh yeah, it is 100% possible to become Paragon without spending money. It is a little bit more difficult because you do have to get the materials for the rank 3s, but it's still possible. Spending will not be how I get Valiant. Not unless I get a really good job that gives me a really fat bonus that is more than what all my bills are. And then I may drop some money on the game. Well, then I'll definitely drop some money on the game because it's a tax write off for me. Hey. Let's see. I need 2 more energy so that I can Continue on. Yes, 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 yes. I know that I completed all of that. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm still 50 minutes till I can ask. No problem. So we're going to give it just a couple minutes here. Also, I never hire mercs to beat something. It's such a great feeling when you can finally beat something. Yeah, never hire mercs. First off, it is it's a violation of term of service. It can get your account banned. Never encourage it whatsoever. But yeah, to be honest with you, I wouldn't let anybody touch my account anyways. I much rather want to do it myself. I lucked out getting Infernus Iron Man. Not gonna lie, he's good unit. Oh yeah, Infernus Iron Man. He was I as soon as I got him, I took him to rank 4. Great champion. One I rely on is 5 or 6 star Cosmic Ghost Rider. I only have 3 star one. I'm yeah. Cosmic Ghost Rider is another great champion that if you can get him, it will be a big win for you, especially as a 5 or 6 star. Another champion that I actually took. One I'm really want. Sorry, my typing is. No, man, you're fine. I can normally translate. First off, I type too fast myself, which is one of the good things about why I don't have to do this. Hey, buddy, just stopping by to say hi. Hit the like button. Not a problem, Vatlik. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. Um, but yeah, I type too fast, so yeah, I have to retranslate my own stuff sometimes. Because I'll hit enter before I proofread my stuff. Um, and then also on top of that too, um, I have a problem with spelling. I'm not good at it whatsoever. So yeah, I 100% get it. And normally, unless there's something completely off in your message, I can normally translate it even if it's mistyped. He is my 5 account out of 8. If you can pull Hercules as a 4 star, 5 star, or 6 star, yeah, that's another thing. Hercules, unfortunately, as much as I don't like to rely on him and I never suggest him as an answer, he is the golden ticket to this game, unfortunately. As a matter of fact, I still have not ranked 5 my Hercules, because I've been able to use him as a rank 4 and do anything I need to without pushing him up. So I would much rather spend the resources to push up other champions that I actually have to work with to play. Which is why Cosmic Ghost Rider is rank 5 and ascended, and Herc is still rank 4. Oh, okay, DS. That's why I was wondering if that was you on the other one. Yeah, I did. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, and like I told you there, um, Herc over Kitty. I love Kitty, and she definitely deserves the awakening. She is a champion that is overwhelmingly worth it. She's great if you can learn how to play her. She does take a high skill cap, but Hercules Awakened compared to Kitty Awakened, there's just not a comparison, unfortunately. It's one of the things when you guys are always using multiple accounts, multiple names, things like that. Um, I see certain language similarities and stuff, and so I sometimes wonder if it's the same person. Wasi is a good example of that. Um, there was one stream, I don't know, probably close to a year ago, um, where we were talking about something that he and I had talked about in the alliance, under the name he is in game and online chat, and we were talking about what he was pushing on and stuff like that. And then I was on live stream, and he mentioned it in there as well under Wasi, which is the name he goes by on Facebook. Um, and or not on Facebook, on YouTube, I should say. Sorry. And then I was like, oh yeah, I've got a member of my alliance that's doing that exact same thing. Yeah, yeah. I like I said, I knew exactly which one you were talking about the second that you asked me if I remembered. I knew exactly which person you were. But yeah, he, like I said, he mentioned it to me, and then I was like, oh yeah, man, I got a guy in my alliance doing the exact same thing, trying to work on the exact same thing. It's funny that you mentioned that. And he's like, yeah, it's me. But that's one of those things. We all go by so many different names between the game and different accounts and YouTube and Facebook and this and that and the other thing, that I never want to assume that I'm talking to the same person under a different name, but I do try to pay attention to certain characteristics and see if there is a possibility that I am talking to the same person. But I'm never going to assume it. I'm going to let you guys say something. I used Herc because he will carry me through Act 6. Yes, he will. Kitty can too, but Herc will definitely do it without a problem. One more minute and we can go in for another round, and then we'll use an energy refill and do it anyways, because why not? And besides that, like I said, guys, 3 hours or Diamond 3, whichever one we hit for. Diamond 4, whatever it is. I don't know. I haven't been to Diamond yet, so we're going to try and get to Diamond. Partially because that exact same person I need to shut up and prove to him that I can get there. Except for 6.3 Medusa counter. Yes. Medusa is her own beast. There's a couple others throughout that as well that Hercules doesn't carry well through. Trying to remember which act in 6 it is, but there's one that the best path to take is a villain's path. And if you try, Herc can do it, but there's so many villains in the game that do it so much smoother. I want to say, if I'm remembering off the top of my head right, because it's been a while since I've done Act 6, that Sinister boss, I believe, is in Act 6 as well, where you have to have Fury charges. No problem. King Arena, I will check that after stream, and we will definitely stay in contact on a few different things, man. Like I said, I can set you up with a few groups. As a matter of fact, the MCOC Universal chat that I'll add you to, you have Warlock for Sinister. Okay, that's nice. Feel free to drop your videos in there anytime you want. We have several YouTubers in that group. Myself is obviously I'm in there. Cataclysm's in there. Rizzo's in there. Triple Z's in there. Dementia Dreaming's in there. Mama Bear's in there. I'm trying to think who else I have in there that's a YouTuber. I have a few other YouTubers in there. But you're more than welcome to drop your videos in there anytime you want, and help you build up subscribers as well. Like I said, that group's got 100 and some people in it at this point. I don't remember exactly what the last count was. But another great resource to find other people to up your subscriber count, as well as other people that if you're looking to recruit, if you're looking to just talk about the game with some people. It was originally started as I had a few different. I'd gotten to a point that I'd had several members of alliances move on to other alliances because they were looking for harder or less difficulty than what we were currently doing. And so I started the group just so that even after people moved on, we could all still stay in contact with one another easily enough. And then over the years, it kind of evolved in other people. Wasi, how's it going? I was actually just talking about you. Um, but yeah, I mean, now we have several YouTubers, including myself, in the group. Um, so it's a great reference point. No friendlies tonight. Tonight is pushing. I got to get out of gold, mostly because of you. Nothing personal, Wasi. I will do a friendly with you soon. But the stream tonight is 100% me getting in at least out of gold and hopefully into diamond tonight, or as close as I can, and then we're gonna push for vibranium before the end of this. Well, we're gonna push past vibranium before the end of the season. Yeah, I get that, and it's been a little give or take at the moment. I've made it to gold 2 so far, so and I may lose this one. Um, yeah, I get it. I've heard a lot of people saying the same thing. But yeah, and then once I actually did start the channel, it was another great resource. I didn't go out and find a bunch of strangers that I knew weren't going to watch the content. I instead found the people in the community that I already had friends who had played the game with for years and said, "Hey guys, I started a channel. I'm playing MCOC. Come over and check it out." And quite a few did. And we started doing this in November of 22, and obviously we're 16 months in, and oh crap, I totally missed picking my. Oh no, I didn't. I just lost. Okay, that's cool. That's better. Um, we hit our 500 subscriber mark quite a while ago. Got the first level of monetization, and now we are working on the second level. And hopefully we'll hit our 1,000 subscriber mark within the next week or so. Kind of been teetering at this 980 for a minute. But with the fact that I plan on being live every moment, well, at least once a day while I'm continuing to look for a job and able to push out videos again because, well, before it was a choice of do I live stream, do I do videos, or do I go try and make money? And now that I don't have to, I have to worry about money. I just don't have a job to go to for the moment. I don't have to make the decision of one or the other. So I can work on videos during the day and live stream at night and be able to really kind of get back into things for a little while and hopefully push us a lot further. And hopefully in the process, I can also secure a job in the field that I want to be in, which will help us as well over the long run. because not only will it mean better pay, but it also mean resources um, that will benefit us. Any counters for reverse control Ultron? Um, Hulk with Overseer is absolutely wonderful. Um, Moondragon is reverse control and also can give anybody reverse control. Advice for the future: don't CGR Nimrod. It worked. Damn it. I made my first video 3 years ago, then did nothing else. Then last week I decided to do this more seriously, up to 59 subscribers and uploading videos daily. It will make a huge difference. That was one of the things that was a lot of my success in the first year. Was I had a very rigid schedule where I had videos. I had a video or a live stream literally every single day for nearly a year. If I win this one, I will be so surprised considering I totally screwed up my defender. Yep, I lost that round. His armor break don't lower Nimrod's armor rating, making him surprisingly slow. Yeah, I can get that. It was just more so I was going for not doing that. I totally screwed that one up because I was reading chat. Yeah, no, I kind of expected it. I watching. This is one of the downsides to trying to do this. Is occasionally I do get distracted and miss something that I really couldn't afford to miss. So now we got to start over again. But pushing is what we're doing here. We are not going to stop. We are going to continue to push, and we will get as far as we get. If we don't make it out of gold tonight, we will come back in and push it again. If you want, we can hop online and I'll re-chat for you. Yeah, Wasi, if you're available, if you want to do that, I can make some adjustments and you can hop in on call. I am never opposed to you hanging out. So, give me just 1 second. I'm gonna kill the music. Um, 10 minutes. Okay, no problem. Never mind. Then I guess I won't kill the music. Haha. Yeah, let me know when you're ready, and I will open things up. Yeah, it's not uncommon for me to to predict my own death. Um, it happens a few times occasionally. YT user, how's it going, man? I'm doing I'm doing, man. Yeah. Um, yes, nearly at the 1K mark. We are pushing, and hopefully this week will make that difference. I am going to be live nearly every day this week because I ended up with a lot of extra time on my hands that I wasn't planning out. So we're going to utilize it. And hopefully that'll be what it takes to get the last 18. Well, not last 18, but the next 18. Because I am definitely not stopping at 1,000 subscribers. Um, especially after seeing what Dee Dee did. Extra time as in something fell through that freed you up? Yes. I went to work the other day, getting ready to do an 11-hour shift that night and a 13-hour shift the next day, and ran one order and got an email out of nowhere that I was suspended with no explanation as to what I have supposedly done. And so I am focusing on the channel and looking for a new job. Wasn't exactly the plan, but I've been missing spending time on the channel anyways. So, plus on top of that, it's, you know, yeah, it could be. Um, Honestly, I'm fed up with the company. I've been fed up for quite some time. This is just another notch in the belt of the things that they've done that put it. It should have been too far a long time ago. It should have been too far after the third time they cut my pay, let alone the eighth. It should have been too far when they switched us from W-2 to 1099 and took away all our benefits and all our guaranteed hours and hired 100 drivers and made it almost impossible to make money and almost cost me everything in Iowa. Um, yeah, I've stuck it out for far too long with this company, giving it everything I had and then some. Um, doing 50, 60 hours a week since I got to Seattle, and it means nothing. So it is what it is. Um, okay, I'm off to bed. Night all. No problem, King. I will catch you online chat, and we will definitely talk more, man. I will get you into that group, and we will talk quite a bit more. Happy you stopped in tonight, man. Stop in anytime you get a chance. Could have ended up being a long-term benefit. Gotta frame it right. No, that's exactly what I'm doing right now, YT. It I sound a little down about it because I'm a little stressed and I'm fighting my depression. Um, Especially being very alone right now. But um, I really think there's a lot that I have some opportunities out here that I wouldn't have had if I hadn't. Um, and I'm gonna take advantage of them now. I'm gonna find something better, and I'm gonna find something that's not only going to pay me better, but free me up so that I can spend my time streaming as often as I want to be. They haven't got their priorities straight. It sounds like they would do well to allow you to overhaul the company from a management position. Yeah, they would. The amount of things that I've watched this company do that are beyond backwards are just amazing. They do not advertise at hardly at all. They advertise in bad venues with what they do. They cut employees' pays while turning around and buying two Formula One racing teams. Because that was, gonna help in any way, shape, or form. And yeah, it's been just an absolute crap deal. Streaming is a towards move. I feel your depression. Yeah, no, man, that's why I'm here. Yeah, they are. They're honestly, if you can see the shirt, you can see first off the name of the company because I'm proudly presenting it now because I promised all of you guys that I would. The second I was done with them, I would tell you guys all about it, tell you exactly who they were, the whole 9 yards. I promised that for months. Unless somebody had guessed it sooner. um, but that being said, um, even with that being the case, um, there are so many things that they do that are just so absolutely asininely ass backwards. And I this opens me up to be able to do other things that I really enjoy, and also opens me up to looking for opportunities that are going to better me and give me and push me in the direction that I should have been hitting in long before now. Um, Knowing these things and knowing that I have overcome everything the world has thrown at me repeatedly, I'm not discouraged and I know that I will make this work. That being said, knowing these things and everything else, when I don't know where the next paycheck's coming from yet, I don't have any friends locally, I don't have anybody in my life right now, I know no one, period, in this area. It screws with certain parts of my head that have always been damaged. And that's fine. It it's something I know and I'm able to work through because I know that that's how it is for me. And I know that I will make it through it. I just may not always sound as good as I do when things are going well. But I mean, I've lost jobs before, I've lost homes before. Have you considered going to a club, like check online and see what's happening locally and do that you would be interested in? Yeah, I'm planning on doing quite a bit here locally. First off, I've been working 60 hours a week since I got here. I would love to get into Dungeons and Dragons again. I miss playing Dungeons and Dragons. I miss playing Magic. Damn it. I miss a lot of those type of things. And yes, I plan on getting back into those things again soon. I just gotta find the right space. You don't even need to meet like-minded people, and you're likely to make meaningful relationships and friendships. Yeah. One of the great things, I don't know if you've heard about, I'm sure you have, YT, because I know you're on Abado's channel and several others as well. Um, at the end of April, myself, Abado, Panda Man Pete, possibly Brian Grant, Zoe the Wonder Dog, and I think one or two others are actually doing a local meetup for people who are subscribed to the channel to come out and hang out with us. I'm so looking forward to that. That was originally my first getting to know people things that I was planning on doing. But I may find something a little sooner than that. It just, I gotta focus first on the channel and finding ways to make money, and then social. uh, you're a great guy, and anyone would love to spend time with you. The reason you don't have a friendship group is just that you haven't had the opportunity to yet. Yeah, I agree. I know that I've never had. I end up I attract a lot of people. And it's an amazing thing. It's great. I mean, I ended up with one of the largest friends groups, uh, period, on campus when I went back to school in my 30s. Um, Surrounded by people in their 30s and 40s, but also 18, 19, 20 year olds that just loved hanging out with me and stuff. So I always know that I always have that opportunity to make friends and stuff like that. It just takes a little bit of time. Jason and Jabari Gaming, nice to see you. How you guys doing tonight? Appreciate you stopping in. Your enthusiasm and energy is so infectious. Thank you, YT. I appreciate that. I really do. I know that I get my moments where I get a little down and stuff, and I try not to project those too much. Um, I really just want everybody to have a good time and a good opportunities and a good life. I want the best for people because I've been in the worst. Um, Not working at the moment, Jason and Jabari. Honestly, not working for a minute. Not for sure how long. Um, but it does mean I get to stream more often, and that's what what we were just talking about. So I'm excited. AB, nice to see you. How's it going? Just finished 2 missions in Act 4, 100%. I'm going to go 1 mission at a time and get on. That's exactly what you got to do, Drew. 100% all of Act 1 through 4. Actually, 100% all of Act 1 through 5 will benefit you overwhelmingly before you start pushing on. I don't care. You're allowed to be down. Like, it isn't consistent party. It's ups and downs, and it's okay to feel bad as long as you're not go to a place where you're there for too long. Yeah, I try not to. Jason, yes. I don't think I've ever seen Jason Jabari ever spend anything. Drew, thank you for that. Unfortunately, because they delayed my pay, I am completely out myself. So please do. I was actually hoping to cash out today, and they made it so I couldn't do that. So I have to wait until tomorrow or Wednesday before I can go to the dispensary and at least get a little something for myself to get by on. Nice thing about being out here is that I do have that option of going to the dispensary and picking up a few things and at a very cheap price. So, like, it's not hurting too much. Um, I thought I was going to get to go this afternoon because I was going to cash out the last of my pay and run and pick up a few things. And then they locked me out of my account so that I can't even cash out. And they refused to answer me so that I can get it rectified. So I don't know what day I'm getting paid right now. But they do owe me one last paycheck. Mind you, it's a lot smaller paycheck than it should be because I still had over almost half of my work week left to work in the last 2 days that I was supposed to work when all of this happened. But hey, it is what it is. Like I said, I've already been looking at some new opportunities. There's one in particular, one that I would absolutely love if panned out. Okay, I'll take it. I'm not quite for sure what happened there. Um, it would be wonderful. Not only would I actually be able to get into marketing the way I would like to be, it's actually the position I want to be in marketing. And the benefits the company offers are absolutely phenomenal, as well as plenty of paid time off, which is also a benefit, but amazing. And on top of that, it would be Monday through Thursday in the office, Friday work from home, and guaranteed Saturday and Sundays off. Um, it's the one I'm shooting for, but not the one I'm putting all my eggs in one basket of. The other thing about it too is I now live in a major city. And not just one that thinks it's a major city, actually one that is a major city. And so the opportunities to be able to find things better jobs are there. And I know how to get by on a lot less than what a lot of people think it costs to live around here. Um, Not to mention, on top of that, too, if I get a job where I'm actually in the office again, or, even more ideally, a work from home job, um, even if it pays exactly the same as what I was making working for GoPuff, um, I'll still make more because I won't have to be spending the gas that I was spending every day. It's a shame all the MCOC community don't co-own the company and share workout to people in the group. Yeah, I think I one thing I do give Kabam credit for is obviously Karate Mike is works for them now. Dork Diggity Dave works for them. There's several members of our community that they have hired. Um, I actually know a few people that have suggested that maybe I should go work in the marketing department for Kabam. Um, and realistically, if I thought that was an opportunity, I probably would do it because I think Kabam's marketing is crap. No, like a separate company, a marketing company that MCOC streamers. I happen to know something about something that's in the works on that. Um, I can't share details, partially because it's not mine that's in any way, shape, or form. Um, but there is definitely something in the works at the moment, and if everything goes the way once everything gets off the ground, I'm part of it as well. But I have to get by until that opportunity presents itself. Yeah, I miss Dave's videos too. He had amazing videos. He was definitely somebody that inspired me a lot back in the day. And if social media companies need to create and needed to be created, we could share the work out to who wants to do it. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things. And I think that's part of the reason I'm so adamant about helping other people grow their channels and stuff, is because building this community together gives everybody more opportunities. And I think something like that's 100% possible. YT user, can you give me a comedical timeout? Hey, AB, if you want it, feel free to have YT do it. Yeah. Wasi, I saw you. Give me a minute. Let me get through this draft, and I will adjust things and get you on a call. Let's stop that. You did not. I was about to say, you did not time him out for 24 hours. Let's see. Trying to be quick about this. I know a quicker way. I also know a way to lose this match is by trying to screw with things in chat while I'm in the middle of a fight. And taking hits that I totally don't need to take. Yo.
I don't know if can the stream hear me? Turn on the stream because it's gonna echo like crazy.
I will ask stream here in a second. Hopefully they can. Let me know, guys, if everybody can hear Wasi properly. If not, let me know and I can make some adjustments. Make sure everybody can still hear me. Sound check. I can hear him quietly. I can quietly hear him. Okay, let me see if I can fix that.
Okay. We'll just like keep.
Oh,
random shit.
Yeah, you can keep. Yeah. Watch the language, but outside of that, yes, you're fine.
Keep saying random things.
Yeah.
Until everyone can hear me.
That should be a little better. Let's see how that works. And then I need to make that go away. There we go. Okay, see if that's a little. Oh, we're definitely getting echo now. BG going well. Yes. Technically, though, I'm about to screw it up from the looks of it because I did not pick my defense again. Let's see how this goes for a second. If I need to, I may move you over onto Discord because I know that one works better.
Sure.
So, but if you guys can hear him just fine, please say so and let me know. If the echo is bad, also say so and let me know. If my gameplay is bad, well, you guys have been watching the channel for a year, so you expect that. So, or at least most of you have been watching it somewhere around a year and should expect that by now.
I mean, that's just a given at this point, right?
Yeah, kind of, you know. You know, it's funny, when I fight against him, his indestructible triggers so much more often than when I'm fighting with him.
Yeah, chat's saying they can only really hear you.
Okay.
Also, that's because he has a different amount of charges that he needs on offense. Actually, on defense he needs 5. On offense he needs 8.
Yeah, which is lovely. Here, who only hear you really? Okay. Wasi, let's switch you over to Discord.
All right.
I'm gonna hang up on here, and then on Discord, just go to my group, and there's a voice channel there. I will open it up.
Okay.
Okay. I'll talk to you in a minute. Bye. Apologize, guys. I'm trying to make adjustments. I normally do Discord calls for this type of stuff, but let me get this open. Wolf, are you living in inner city Seattle or suburbs? I am living in Puyallup. Okay. Yay, I made it into Gold 1, and I wasn't even paying attention. Wasi, go to my server on Discord. Go to voice chat, and there's a call that is open and active under General 1. Go join that, and you can jump on there. And but yeah, my goal is to actually, I have never made it into Gladiator Circuit in the entire time that BG's has been a thing, mostly because I haven't pushed. But I thought we'd finally try and do that this season. And we just hit Gold 1. My goal for tonight is to either go for 3 hours or until we make it out of Gold 1, whichever one happens first. Which at the moment we're at a little over about 2 hours and 15 minutes, and we just made it into Gold 1. So we're going to go for another 45 minutes. Fridge, are you there? Hold on. I know you're on the call because I can see you. Let me see. Oh, that's why. Are you there? Fridge? Bossy? Okay, I see you, but it's not. Let me see. I had to change one thing on this the last time I did this, and I forgot what that is. By the way, guys, apologize. Bear with me for just a second. Did I really just... Of course I did. Why would I... I know, guys. I'm overwhelmingly professional when it comes to this stuff because I'm great at it. There we go. That is why I'm not hearing you. Okay, let's try this again. Are you there?
No.
Okay. Now, let's see if chat can actually hear you. Okay, guys. Wolf, your name is synonymous with Iowa. It'll never be the same with Yukon. I hope Iowa is never the same. As a matter of fact, I would love it if Iowa would get 1,000 times better. It needs to, badly. I only need to win 3 to get out of Gold 1.
No, but you now lose 1. So instead of winning 2, isn't the last for every circuit before this, when you win 2 tokens instead of winning 1.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So this
Hawkeyes fan. Yes, I grew up as a Hawkeyes fan. As a matter of fact, when I was a little kid, and I mean little kid, my brother and sister, one of my brothers and one of my sisters, their grandparents got them Care Bears for Christmas. And instead of getting me a traditional Care Bear, I actually got a Hawkeyes Care Bear, which I wish I still had to this day because it was very unique. I did actually attend the Iowa State University, ISU, the Cyclones, which is their technical in-state rival. But yeah, I've always been a bigger Hawkeye fan than I was a Cyclones fan. Not that I do college sports that much. Sorry to interrupt you, but yeah, I just forgot that it is lose one, and then instead of gaining two, it's gain one, lose one.
Yep, so I've been infinitely stuck at 2 tokens out of 5. And it is actually driving me insane.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I actually had victory shields, and I'm not spending on them.
No, I would not recommend it. This meta's kind of rough. I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times more. This AI plus the nodes is pretty dookie.
Yeah, this reverting the AI they didn't revert it. They made it 1,000 times worse. Oh, this is going to be lovely. That's what I like to see right off the bat. So can everybody hear him now that we switched the call over? Shield's kind of a waste, in my opinion, anyways. If it happens to have some sure way not, but buying them just ain't. Yeah, I agree. I used to use them when I had a bunch of them for free early on. But yeah, I won't buy more shields. Um, I don't know how many matches that like I used a shield and then won. So it was a complete waste. I know Wasi isn't spending his battle tokens on shields. Because I know you spend all yours on rank up material.
Yes, sir. Too good to pass up on, especially for the Valiant deals.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to those Valiant deals. The shield removes nerves from losing. Yeah, I agree with that to a point. I think I have like 11 of them, never used one. Nice, Ace. Yeah, I used them all very early, back when I first got them and stuff. This isn't going to be pretty. I didn't pick enough of a defense. Yeah, I can see that. I agree. Shields do kind of take the edge off, like both you and YT said, but it's just not. I don't know. I'd rather play on the edge. Like and partially too. That's partially probably the reason why I've never made it into Gladiator Circuit is because most of the time I just get in, do my 3 matches, and then get out type thing. I've never been too adamant about forcing the idea of trying to make it higher. But first off, the challenge was issued even before the issues with the job. So I took the challenge, and then the issues with the job made it even more so that I had more free time. So why not see if we can achieve it this season? I mean, honestly, if I make it out of gold 1, I think that's the first time I've even done that. So I think we're good no matter what. Pretty sure I haven't made it to diamond a single season yet. So I know it's been a while since you've been in this position, but do you remember if I make it to diamond, do I start in gold or do I start?
Like next season?
Yeah.
I think I ended. No, you still have platinum. You have to go through platinum You go gold, platinum, then diamond, because I'm in diamond right now. Or I just completed diamond. And then I know. So Gladiator Circuit.
I slept on that one. Wolf play Tigra regularly against Hulkling. He has so many buffs. Just 5-hit combo him. I normally can Tigra him the way that I was doing there. I played badly on that one. Yeah, I forgot that they added more tiers to this. So yeah.
Well, they just made. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Continue.
They just made Vibranium like an entire like tier now. Instead of just being like you get a Vibranium and then it's immediately into Gladiator Circuit, it's Vibranium 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm normally a lot better. I wasn't timing the spacing quite right there, and I don't know. It's one of those things that's part of the reason why Act 8 will be videos and not live streams, is because when I'm trying to concentrate on certain content, it, and mind you, that being said, Necropolis went really well live streaming it. In spite of the fact that I do occasionally get a bit more distracted trying to do this live than I do when I'm doing videos, and I don't make nearly as many mistakes when I'm doing videos. But even with that being said, obviously there's times that I'm on top of my game even when live streaming. But when I do Act 8, not only do I want to make sure that I don't use a stupid amount of resources to get to it, but also on top of that, I want to make sure that I can produce content that I can make sure that I can put guides out for. Go ahead.
Nick Brown says good day, and Ace Fusion says, if I remember correctly, you get moved back 5 spaces back from where you ended previous season to the max of starting plat 4.
Okay, great. I appreciate that, Ace. And Nick, nice to see you in chat. How's it going tonight? I know Gold 1 is not impressive to you by any means, Wasi, but at the same time, like we're definitely doing a decent push this season, so I'm pretty okay with it.
No, I'm glad you're pushing.
So how is Alliance Quest going? I haven't looked yet. I did a bit of the boss rush earlier, but I haven't quite gotten through everything yet.
AQ is going pretty well. We got we're I think closing in on section 2 mini. I think okay. Right side's like 1 or 2 fights away from it, and then yeah.
Yeah, I gotta. The nice thing is with me having this time off, like I'm gonna be able to push all 3 accounts through AQ without a problem. And you missed it last night, but I started last night. I'm gonna be pushing the little account to
Thronebreaker?
Up to Thronebreaker, and then I'm gonna be pushing the second account to Paragon.
Sounds good.
Um, Nick,
Do you mind after this?
it's been a rough couple days, but honestly, I'm not doing too bad. I'm just fighting internal monologue a bit, but I'm hopeful for potential. Do I mind after this? What?
Oh, I was just gonna ask. Do you want to take a quick look at your deck, maybe? Because I saw that thing, and it's like your thing's ranked 3 or 4. I think 3, right?
I think he's ranked 3. Yeah.
I'm willing to bet we have something else
It's
that might.
it's quite possible. I might. We'll see how a couple rounds go. Like I said, I'm going for about another half an hour tonight. I might jump on a call after stream, and you and I can look at my deck together.
Alright.
But I probably won't do that during stream, just because I hate it when it does that. I did not want him on defense. I was pushing the button just in time for it to be like, oh, no, we're going to select it for you. Oh. One of the downsides to being in a slightly emotional state at the moment, I can normally focus on the chat and phone calls and the game all at once. But when I'm a little extra stressed, it's a little overwhelming. Um, Not that I want to be anywhere else, guys, by any means. Believe me, I've been planning as many streams as I can until I can find another job, and then I will set a new schedule based around that job, obviously, because we are not walking away from the channel in any way, shape, or form. This is where my passion is. This is where I really want to be with things, and I know I have another opportunity with a company that is currently in the works of being formed at the moment. But first off, not only do they have to get started, but then they also have to get to a point of making revenue enough to actually pay me. Um, so first priority is to survive long enough to get to that point. Um, but I've got a lot going in the right direction at the moment. So of course we had to take a step back for a moment and take a bit of a hit and make things a little more difficult than they normally are. But well, I shouldn't say more difficult than they normally are. I should say pretty much about where they'd like to be in my life. um, but it's one thing I found. Yeah, I knew I was going to lose that one. Cosmic Ghost Rider on defense was not supposed to be a thing.
I mean, he still took a good while with that. You have a solid chance.
Well, and it did burn his torch, which helps. I shouldn't do that because they save me for defense, but I'm going to try it anyways, just so I can try and pull out at least this one. Yeah, I figured he'd photon her. This one's going to be a tight one. But yeah, I started last night. I'm going through and 100%ing Act 5 on both accounts before I start Act 6. Just mostly, wow, that was ridiculous. Mostly just for a few more resources. There's a few counters I don't have, but I have almost everything I need. Okay, let me rephrase that. There's a few counters that I only have in 5 stars, and I don't really want to push them up as 5 stars on that account. So, though it was interesting watching everybody's reaction while I was doing Act 5 last night of how many people were shocked that I had the 7-star Thanos. Hey, at least I can't lose a token here because I don't have any.
That's one way of thinking about it.
Wow. Yeah. I knew Photon was going to walk through her.
I just got emoted on because I was using my A-bomb or I-bomb against another dude's I-bomb, and I beat him out.
Oh, people have too much fun with these emojis. And I don't even have hardly any. Well, I have some. I just never have switched them around. So I'm still using the original 5. And so when people start emoting, I'm like, hella.
I like the fact they give some out for free for hitting GC.
Yeah, haven't earned any of those yet.
Oh, I keep forgetting to equip the Warlock one. That's something I need to do.
That's what I like to see. A bunch of Ascended champions and a rank 3 Titania that's awakened. I guess my time of easy matches is maybe past.
You're in the big boy leagues now.
Yeah, this is part of the reason why I give up when I get to gold half the time.
I mean, if it makes it any more reassuring, I will promise you it gets absolutely no better from here.
Oh no, I quite well expect that. Warlock on is the only one I've ever changed into deck from an original 5. Really like that one.
It's a good emoji. Emote.
Emoji, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'll have to see it once I actually earn the Warlock one, and then I may actually change it out as well. But I don't know. It's like the titles. Like I kind of like the titles, but at the same time, I don't really think they're like anything special either. Um, and hell, I think I've been on Howling Commandos since whenever the hell that came out. And
I've
before,
been using. Oop,
oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I've been using the Stan Lee one for God knows how long. I switched it out for Ruler of Necropolis because I was really happy, really proud that I had gotten that done within like the first day, right?
Yeah,
But then like after that, I switched right back to the True Believer.
yeah. Like I said, I've been running Howling Commandos for quite a while. Before that, it was King of Lions. Um, I don't even think I ever. I don't know what I used before that. Um, it's also the profile pictures. I mean, I've had mine on Wolverine the whole time, and I have from the second that it no longer had to be your top champion, it went to Wolverine and it stayed there, and it I have no intentions of ever changing it. I think Kabam thought those were going to be a lot more of a hit with people than they have been, and they continue to steer into them, in spite of the fact that I think they're a complete and total waste. Like, you could do 1,000 things on the server that would be more beneficial and that people would actually care about.
I mean, hey, it was a while back, and I guess a lot of the issues we're now plagued with weren't really existent back then.
Yeah, I agree with that. But again, that's also where there's a lot of things. How did I get double trapped? Okay, whatever. I have no clue how I got out of the trap and then went back into the trap. That makes no sense.
I'll explain later.
Yeah. But that's like me and Cisco were talking the other night. One of the things that I'm actually planning on doing a video on this at some point. But one of the things that, like, I think it's long overdue for to be in the game, and I understood it for a long time why they didn't do it initially. But I do think that it's time that we do it. Is I want to be able to put a particular group of champions in, say, Necropolis, and still use any of the remaining 900 and whatever champions I have to go run Apothecary and still leave my champions in Necropolis where they're at. I don't think, if I want to have a group of champions in story mode and a group of champions in Necropolis and a group of champions that I'm questing other things with, you know, so that if I get stuck on a boss or I'm just before the boss and I just need to go do something else for a little while, it doesn't have to be arena.
I guess one big issue with that is server space.
Yeah, their server space argument has been bullshit for a long time.
I don't I don't know about that. Oof.
Yeah, I know I should be pushing to the special too, but I'm mostly just trying to get through this.
Oh no, I was talking about I'm
Oh.
also maybe playing BGs in the background, if you can tell.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. You normally are. I probably have the Super Freak title equipped. YT, if you had anything else, I would be disappointed. I do not know why he brought in Apocalypse on offense. That was stupid. Now,
It works pretty.
mind you, the three defenders the three people he has left. Yeah, I kind of understand setting me up to fail that way.
Oh my god. I was like, no, that looks fine, and then I see the bullseye on top.
Yeah,
That
Bullseye, Photon, and Werewolf by Night. Yeah, I don't have a lot of good options on this.
you have to use Kate because she's gonna fuck your miss on Tigra.
I didn't take that into consideration. And you said it just as I clicked the button.
No one heard any of the language I just used. Not a single one of y'all.
Apparently not. I don't know why, because I had calls working just fine the last time I used Discord for chat. So if you guys are missing the second half of this conversation, I absolutely apologize. that was not my intent by any means. I hope it's actually working properly. No, I don't know if anybody said anything about it. And that definitely didn't work properly, so we completely screwed this anyways. Let's see if I can win a single fight in Gold 1 before the next 15 minutes. That would be lovely. I can hear you just fine now. No problem. Thank you, Ace. I appreciate that. Thank you. By the way, Ace, there is a list going around right now that you are on. I saw it on Facebook earlier. There's a particular YouTuber that just started. Really, honestly, I mean, I talked to him earlier. He started his channel like 3 years ago, but he just actually finally started taking his channel serious a couple months ago. And he put together a list of MCOC YouTubers that he thought was fairly relevant. And I had to inform him how many people he didn't have on there. But he put together a list of different MCOC YouTubers and how many subscribers all of us have. And I thought it was an interesting snapshot. He has expanded the list a couple times since him and I started talking. Mostly because I informed him that I have over 200 MCOC YouTubers that I follow alone. And he went, I didn't know there was that many. I went, that's not even all of them. Because every time I turn around, I find out that there's another one that I didn't know about. But yeah, it's I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Are you talking to Sergeant Bourne? No, I'm actually talking to Wasi, also known as Fridge Pudding.
I'm the little voice in his head.
I would hope not, because the voices in my head are damaging enough, and you would not help.
I still see no reason as to why I'm not a voice in your head.
JJ! Is Sergeant still about? I'm honestly not for sure who Sergeant Bourne is. I don't know that person particularly myself, but I'm interested. But I don't know if Sergeant's still around. I've never heard of him. But again, this is another one of those things where I'm constantly finding new people in this community that I don't particularly know. Not that that's a bad thing. I love how big and expansive and amazing our community is. I was actually just over talking to Abido a few hours ago, and I had told him that I was going to see what I can do to help out with Brian Grant's birthday gift, because obviously my situation has slightly changed. And he got a hold of Jakey. How's it going? And as soon as I jumped in, he's like, man, I appreciate the fact that you wanted to help, but the community's already came together and covered the entire cost already. And it's amazing. You guys are wonderful. And this community is one of the most supportive communities I've ever been part of. And it will be one of the saddest days that ever happens. The day that these servers do finally shut down. I'm in the deep lurk mode, been working since 5:30. I appreciate it, JJ. Thank you so much. I hope that they're not overworking you and that they actually respect you. Not that I see a lot of that out of anywhere these days.
Good point, YT.
I taught you well, JJ. How's it doing, Con? Despite you telling me you don't want another voice in your head, I think there's room for another one in your head. uh, Thank you for being in lurking mode, Accelerate. I appreciate it. Acceleration, to pronounce it properly. Now, I've tried this with Nick Fury 1,000 times, and I probably will not pull it off this time either. Especially not if I keep letting him hit me. Never mind. I was going to try and pull off the get him to 1% and then dodge him for the rest of the time. I won anyways. We'll take it. But every time I've tried the 1% thing, it's not worked.
I mean, it kind of worked.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll take it. Like I said. You're getting ugly. JJ, see, there's the amazing thing about you. You show up and people decide they have to come out just to say hi to you. Can YT user get on call too? YT, if you would like to get on call, the call is open in Discord. I'm only streaming for a little under 10 more minutes, but YT, you're welcome to jump into call. I appreciate you overwhelmingly. You have done a lot to support this channel over the years, and you are somebody that I will not shy away from having on call. But that is fully his decision, and only if he wants to join. You know, Elsa is not one that I actually read in the comics. The first time outside of the game that I ever seen anything to do with Elsa was the Werewolf by Night special presentation movie show, whatever you want to call it, that they put out last year. And I'm not 100% sure that the actress that they got to portray that quite fits what I know about the character. Oh, there's not a good answer to this, is there? We'll do Fury. Yep.
Hey, dude, can you hear me?
Yeah, how's it going?
Great. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just gonna be shooting off to work in like 5 minutes or so, but I thought I'd just quickly jump on and say hi. But yeah, hold up. Let me just get the stream open.
No problem, man. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to be wrapping up in about 5 minutes anyway, so that actually works out perfectly.
Yeah,
Nice.
for sure, for sure.
Nice to meet you, YT. First time speaking to you.
Yeah, you too. I don't think I see you in streams or anything like that. Too much.
Wassy stops in from time to time, but mostly he's actually one of my officers in my main alliance.
Got it. Okay.
He was actually one of the original supporters of the channel, and then joined my alliance without telling me that he was the same person as was supporting the channel.
Wow.
And so yeah, he's been part of this since fairly early on as well.
Awesome.
So I really appreciate everybody so much. You guys have been absolutely wonderful, and I mean,
Oh, no worries, dude. It's cool kind of watching the channel grow and you know, the resilience that you've shown in keeping everything together and, making that huge move and taking big risks and like, it is definitely a journey. And you know, hopefully it's going to end up giving a nice payoff for you and you'll be feeling like you are really happy you made that move.
I honestly, I gotta say, to be truthful with you, I know that it's been rough. I know that this first few months has not went nearly the way that I was hoping for it to go. And the reasons that I originally moved out here, part of them have definitely not panned out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, I've been talking to Abido more and more. We've got that meetup planned up for April. That's a huge opportunity. There's a couple marketing firms out here that I'm applying for that I would not have the opportunity to do so otherwise. I really do think that in spite the fact that, yeah, like I said, it's taking a bit of a toll on me that things have really hit the fan for a moment. I really do
Yeah.
think that it has been wonderful, and I'm in a lot of ways I am amazingly happier out here. It is so gorgeous out here, and I feel better being here. It's not nearly as toxic as it is in Iowa.
Yeah. That's
And
good. And you tend to not regret the things that you do. It's the things that you don't do that you regret. And you kind of
oh,
wonder what if. So
oh yeah, I've got
you
more
had
what ifs than I ever want to discuss. But
yeah,
So
I can imagine.
so
And
sorry. Oh,
yeah, go
sorry.
ahead.
I was just gonna say, chat. He did just say doo doo. Just to
Yeah, I
point that out.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. And it was kind of pseudo intentional, so I'm glad you picked up on it.
yeah, it is. It is one of those
Um,
things.
but yeah, Abido does mention you in his streams about you being local and meeting up, etc.
Yeah, I know. I'm really excited for that. He's invited me to the Mariners game the day before the actual meetup, and I'm hoping that I can afford to do that as well. It would be really kind of cool to do. Mind you, I've been to professional baseball games before. It would be a lot cooler
Hmm.
to go to a professional football game, but not the season.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm so looking forward to getting together with James and Abido and Panda Man and everybody. Hopefully, I have a feeling. I know there's a lot of people that are local to the area and stuff that will be coming out, which will be great. Um, I really hope nobody puts themselves out to come meet us all, but I've been so excited for this night
Hmm.
from the second that I started talking about it before I even got out here, and then I get out here and Abido's like, "Oh yeah, I'm putting this together. You want to be part of it?" Well, sure, thank you.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's a legend because there's always the risk where you think, oh damn, I'm gonna move out and I'm hoping this is gonna happen and Abido's gonna chill with me, but in reality, is it just gonna be him saying that and practicalities get in the way and he doesn't actually end up doing it, but he sounds like he's kind of following through with what you hoped would happen in terms of hanging out and meeting up and creating opportunities. So
oh yeah,
very cool.
definitely. Yeah, Emma, I wish you could be there too. James would be I know James would be stoked to meet you as well. Most of us would. Um, but yeah, we have it's official April 27th at 6 p.m. at GameWorks. We have a date, we have a location. White Mummy is currently working on the promotional material for it. Like everything is 100% set, and we are all going to be there. The only person that I don't know for sure about on whether or not they're going to be there, because he's kind of being flaky about it, and I understand, is Brian. But I also think that Abaddon is going to guilt him into being there anyways.
All right, I'm gonna have to dip. So
No
great
problem.
to talk to you, dude. And
Not a problem.
yeah, thanks for the stream, and I'll catch you soon, hopefully.
Yeah, not a problem. Thank you, YT. Thank you for jumping on, and I will definitely be talking to you quite a bit soon.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Hey.
I'm sure at some time we'll be able to meet YT. Yes, Emma, I'm sure that's possible as well. We do have quite a few players over in Europe, and I promise you guys, as soon as traveling becomes a thing for the channel, Europe will definitely be on the tour. Wolf, I can't come this year, but maybe in 26 or 27, I can make it. I don't, man, whenever it's possible, AB, you have been doing so much to make things better, and I am so proud of you, and we will meet at some point. I promise you that, AB. We're going to Lavita in July. Nice. I don't know if I can meet YT face to face. I'd yeah, YT might do a bit for you there. So we did not make it out of gold in 3 hours like I was hoping to, but we did at least make it into gold 1, and we did actually at least get 1 token. So I will be pushing further from this point, but I did say I was looking at about 3 hours tonight, and it is midnight, and I want to get a few more things done before I crash. So I am going to probably wrap up stream at this point. But I do want to thank everybody for stopping out tonight. I want to thank everybody for 9 likes on stream. Everybody who's been in chat. I missed you guys so much, and I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. Like I said, I will be live again several times this week. I'm also working on several videos. I am actually finally going to get the recap out for Necropolis tomorrow. That'll be out probably about 5 o'clock my time, and then I'll be live tomorrow evening again. Guys, I can't thank you enough. You guys have been absolutely wonderful and have done so much to help me grow and make things possible, and I will never not be grateful to you guys. So thank you guys for taking the time to stop in, hang out. Give me a second. Let's see if anybody is live right now. Maybe we can raid somebody. Actually, I do see one person that I can go raid. So,
are we heading to Brian's stream? Pretty sure I saw.
I don't have Brian live right now.
I thought it was... Oh, he's not.
As a matter of fact, the person I was just about to go to just ended their stream as well. It looks like apparently no one is live right now. So, I guess we won't be jumping over to anybody else's stream tonight, guys. But at the same time, thank you guys. I appreciate you, and I will definitely see you back for the next one. Again, I can't thank you guys enough, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and pulls a God tier champion soon. Yeah, I was just looking at OG Fresh, and I went to look, and he when I went to his channel, he's not showing. I don't have a live stream to go to. Oh, he is live. It just wasn't showing. Okay, never mind. We are gonna jump over there. Thank you, Emma, for reconfirming that for me. But yeah, this is somebody that I definitely am all about making sure that we support as well. He is another growing YouTuber, and definitely love supporting people that are coming up behind me and getting to know people that are already where I'm trying to work towards. So let's go ahead and jump over with a Wolfpack raid. If you guys could jump over and say hi and show some support, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do so, so that we can help somebody else grow. Again, guys, you are absolutely amazing. This community is wonderful, and I thank you guys so much. And until the next time, I will see you guys back soon. I love you all. Peace out. Why is that up? Professionalism. I swear I have it. Bye, guys. Love you.